Not sure if Sarasota is the right place for you? Watch this to find out. What's up, everyone? I'm Matt Light, a Sarasota resident for over 25 years. I grew up here, I went to school here, and now I'm raising my family here. Today, I'm going to break down what life is really like living here in Sarasota, Florida, from the shopping and lifestyle, as well as what we offer in terms of medical facilities, and of course, the different housing options, and what you can expect this year from our housing market. Make sure to stick around to the end of the video because I'm going to provide you with the best online resource if you're trying to figure out if Sarasota is the right place for you. Sarasota has always been known for its white sandy beaches, with the most famous one being Siesta Key Beach. In fact, we have over 40 miles of beach line, which is mind-blowing when you try and compare that to other areas of Florida or the country. And did you know that Siesta Key Beach was just voted the #1 beach in the United States and the #4 beach worldwide? But if you don't want the transient vacation vibe, there are many other beach accesses, especially along Longboat Key. Living in Sarasota is not only going to give you a beach lifestyle, but also we are known for our arts culture with tons of weekly farmers markets. Every Saturday, there's one in downtown Sarasota, and then on Sundays, there's the #1 ranked Florida Farmers Market at Waterside. Sarasota is known for their arts culture, and it's a big draw factor for a ton of different residents. The Van Wezel, also known as the City of Sarasota's Performing Arts Hall, brings in national and international talents, Broadway musicals, orchestras, comedians, and performers. It also hosts local talent like our own Sarasota Ballet and the Sarasota Orchestra. Seating more than 1,700 people, the Van Wezel represents Sarasota's love of the arts. But let's chat about the shopping in our area. Convenience and shopping is a big one when looking at an area to move to. So we have a few amazing areas for that. First off, there's St. Armand Circle, which is its own little island where you can shop, eat, and then also take a short little walk down to the beach. And then up off of University Parkway, we have the UTC Mall. This is home to some of those amazing Christmas reels that you've seen over on Instagram. The mall is over 880,000 square feet with over 150 stores and restaurants. But not only that, it's part of the UTC district, which has hundreds of other stores and restaurants nearby as well. But for everyday convenience, there's likely a grocery store or convenience store within 10 minutes of every single neighborhood. Unless you live out east on Acreage, which don't worry about, we're going to get into the living options in Sarasota in just a few minutes. And I couldn't complete talking about the Sarasota lifestyle without mentioning the famous downtown Sarasota, as well as a few of our different attractions. Downtown Sarasota has grown in recent years with a thriving restaurant scene and arts culture. Residents can enjoy the walkable lifestyle that comes from downtown living with the food and cultural scene without taking part in the typical hustle and bustle of a usual downtown area. You can expect quite a few attractions. Attractions are not just for tourists. A lot of our locals find themselves with a yearly memberships to some of Sarasota's popular attractions like Selby Gardens, which is Sarasota's botanical gardens, or Moat Marine, a local marine research nonprofit that's doing big things here in our city. In fact, there is a new facility called Moat Sea, which made my list of new things coming to Sarasota in 2025. Make sure to check that video out as well. There's also big cat habitat in Sarasota Jungle Gardens. Sarasota also features a lot of pop-up attractions like the circus, the fair, and more. So what can you really expect from our weather? Well, it's definitely not perfect. I'm not gonna lie. It gets hot. When I say hot, I mean, I'd say mid to the end of April, you start to feel the humidity like really kicking up, and then it's hot until around October. And then towards the end of October, you can feel kind of the cool air coming in the evenings. Our coldest months are definitely going to be January and February. But you know what else the cooler weather brings? Snowbirds. And they bring traffic. From January through April, you can expect to have more traffic than normal, but how much? I always tell people add about 5 to 10 minutes to the destination that you're going. For example, if you normally live 25 to 30 minutes from downtown Sarasota, then you're gonna wanna put in around 30 to 35 minutes during season. Let's talk about schools really quick. I mean, I did grow up here and I did go through the Sarasota County public school system. So schools, if you are a young family, Sarasota County schooling is home to the #1 school in the state of Florida called Pineview. Kids that compete in sports, our schools are constantly competing for state championships every year, literally in every single sport. And if you're looking to retire to Sarasota, our medical facilities are some of the top ones in the country. Sarasota Memorial is consistently ranked as one of the best hospitals in the country. It's also ranked in the top 50 for rehabilitation care, and in its top 25 best hospitals report, Money Magazine ranked Sarasota Memorial as the #1 hospital in Florida and number 25 nationally. Sarasota Memorial has also recently expanded to the Venice area as well. Okay, I think I've done a great job breaking down a few of the highlights of what Sarasota is, but now I want to dive into the housing options and where people actually live. Our luxury market is absolutely booming, and it's literally about to take off in the next few years. Why? Why do you ask? It's a great question. Well, there's this thing called the Ritz-Carlton. You may have heard of them. For decades, they were mainly just a hotel. But in the early 2000s, they built their first full-time residences right here in Sarasota. And since then, they have only ever built one building per market that they go into. Well, in Sarasota, they've recently completed their second building and are adding 2 more for a total of 4 buildings. Not only that, but Property Markets Group, PMG, who is nationally known as one of the top luxury developers, they're putting their money into the Sarasota market as well. There is currently a $1 billion development taking place in downtown called The Quay. I've done several videos around it and what's going on, but for time purposes, just know it's going to be incredible. It's going to change the luxury market forever here in Sarasota. But Sarasota is also extremely diverse when it comes to real estate. Not only do you have the luxury and soon to be ultra luxury options, but you also have older HOA style neighborhoods, a ton of new construction, and there is a lot of land where people can own acreage. But let's chat for a second about new construction. Many of you know that this YouTube channel is the #1 new home resource on YouTube, so I do have a lot to say about this subject. Now, we have a lot of new construction options, and I'm willing to bet that if you've done any research, you may have heard of Lakewood Ranch. It is the #1 master plan community in the entire country, but here are 2 projects that you haven't heard of yet. You have 3H Ranch. This is going to add 6,500 homes to the south side of Sarasota. And then one that was approved about 45 days ago is Hi Hat Ranch. This is going to add 13,000 more homes to central and east Sarasota. But with all of these different housing options, what can you actually expect from a pricing standpoint? And I understand many of you watching may be moving here from expensive counties in California, New York, or Illinois, as well as some more Midwestern states. So here's what you can realistically expect. See, Sarasota is broken down into 7 different areas. You got the Islands and Keys, west of the trail, central Sarasota, east of 75, Palmer Ranch, Lakewood Ranch, and downtown Sarasota. The Islands and Keys are going to have 2-bedroom condos for under $600,000, and single-family homes are going to be from $1 million to over $15 million. West of the trail is going to be single-family homes that are west of Tamiami Trail and kind of near or south of downtown. These are going to be around $2 million up to $10 million. Central Sarasota, these are going to be a mixture of homes ranging from the 1980s to 2010. Some may be in an HOA neighborhood, others might not be. Entry-level pricing can be in the 400s, and then you can find larger homes that could reach north of $1 million. Palmer Ranch is one of my favorite areas of Sarasota, and the average price is probably in the 700s to 800,000 range. Lakewood Ranch is similar to Palmer Ranch pricing, but there's a lot of new construction options as well, which we're going to get into that pricing very shortly. Downtown Sarasota is going to be all over the board with homes and condos. Pricing can be from $500,000 to over $12 million. It really just depends on how old is the property, has it been renovated, are they just trying to sell a house to knock it down and then build a bigger house. So pricing is going to be all over the place for downtown. New construction pricing. This is going to be around $300,000 to $500,000 for townhomes and villas. Small single-family homes are going to be around the mid-500s to 600s. Mid-sized family homes are going to be $700,000 to $1 million, and larger 3,000 square foot homes are going to be north of $1 million. If you're interested in new construction communities, I made 2 really important videos that you are going to want to watch. The first one is my builders ranked video, where I rank the best and the worst home builders. I just lay it all out there for you. The second one is my top new construction communities for this year. This is not the builders calling me to present these communities. This is what I think are the best new construction options, and I break it down to like 5 or 6 different ones versus all 60. Or you can actually just download my list of the best new construction communities in the video description below right now. Now, though the real estate here in Sarasota offers beautiful and diverse options, for some, it may not be considered affordable. According to bestplaces.net, the Sarasota housing market ranks at 105%. So that means it's 5% higher than the national average. This is actually down from last year. Last year it was 14% higher. So it has dropped into more affordable than what it was a year ago. But Sarasota does not have the most expensive housing market in Florida, but it is certainly on the upper side of the Florida housing market list. So who is Sarasota for and who is it not? On one hand, you have some of the most desirable beaches in the world, a thriving entertainment and art scene, and massive expansion and growth. The long-term value is definitely there for all the new things coming to this city, but that may not be for you. But to put it in perspective, we have a population of around 500,000. No, this is not like the Tampa metro area with a population of over 3 million, but we certainly do have a lot more people living here than what we had when I was growing up. But now I want to give you 3 incredible resources to help you determine if Sarasota is the right place for you. The first is my Sarasota relocation guide. This breaks Sarasota down by area, what's around it, and what you can expect, and then also what's to do in that area. Number 2 would be my website. I have all of these areas broken down by housing options, as well as an entire Experience Sarasota section on my website. And then number 3 is get on a call with my team. We have helped over 200 people relocate and call Sarasota home. We are great at what we do in helping people get connected to our city. You can fill out a buyer form in the description below, or you can even call or text the number on the screen right now. And at the end of the day, for me, Sarasota is home, but for you, I don't know. I hope this video helps you figure that out just a little bit more for yourself. And if you've decided that Sarasota is the place for you, my real estate team, again, we would love to help you make that move. If you are looking for more videos on Sarasota, go ahead and check out my playlist right here, where you can find even more in-depth information on the areas of Sarasota that interest you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.